But it's just so crazy though, because like entering college, like, didn't you think you was gonna like find your like college sweetheart?
I really did.
I thought I was gonna find Bae by like sophomore year.
I thought by
and then like
year.
by the time you graduate, you have your degree in biology. I have my degree in marriage as well. Like the ring will be right here.
Your marriage certificate.
Your marriage certificate and your bachelor's certificate. Like what? I really thought that was, and then it wasn't until like I was just seeing things like, okay, this is not how it's gonna happen.
NinjaFlavor.com.
Bóyá o, wọ́n bá rí níbí o, má lọ ṣe bí ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ o, àwọn ọmọ ti ká bọ̀dí o, má lọ lálá kíkó o, bóyá jó bí mọ́mí o, bóyá jó bí dádì o, bóyá jó bí olówó o, má lọ jó bí olóṣù o, wọ́n bá rí níbí o, má lọ ṣe.
Wait, so how do you start?
It's recording. Okay, hey y'all. Okay, I'm back again. This is Chris, and we got a special guest for y'all.
It's Chi.
It's Chi.
Oh my God.
Hey. I cannot take myself serious.
Oh my God, I'm about to be.
All right, y'all. We're gonna try this again. This is Chris.
It's Chioma.
Chi for short. But what we about to talk about? You wanna introduce the topic?
We're gonna talk about dating, especially dating in college, which I know most of you guys are. Yes.
Date number 2, date number 1. Date number 1 sounds like when? How?
Nah, right. Can I get a date number?
Can I get a date number 1?
Cut it out. Cut that.
Can I get a 2 for 20?
I'm good.
Hello.
1 for 4. You'd be lucky if you get a 4 for 4.
4 for 4. What is that?
Oh man. Do we even date anymore? Do people even date anymore?
I don't think so. And I feel like dating in college is just like, it's not even a thing.
It's
like,
not
it's not a thing.
I'd be surprised.
Like,
I'd be surprised.
at all.
I don't think anybody has ever told me they were going on a date in college.
Yeah, I'm just like, sis, who? Does he have a brother? An older one? Please, hand him over here.
No.
But it's just so crazy though, because like entering college, like, didn't you think you was gonna like find your like college sweetheart?
I really did.
I thought I was gonna find Bae by like sophomore year.
I thought by
and then like
year.
by the time you graduate, you have your degree in biology. I have my degree in marriage as well. Like the ring will be right here.
Your marriage certificate.
Your marriage certificate and your bachelor's certificate. Like what? I really thought that was, and then it wasn't until like I was just seeing things like, okay, this is not how it's gonna happen. Because when I think about it, like my parents, like my mom, by the time she was my age, she was probably already married.
No,
and I'm
same.
22.
Same.
But
my
like,
mom was married.
Yeah.
So, I think another reason why people don't take relationships seriously in this generation is because not that many people are ready for that type of commitment. You know, like it takes a lot to be with someone else. Like it takes a lot to even
invest your
move
time
in, stay with. Yeah, like it
Exactly.
takes a lot to invest energy, time. Like people can't even make time for each other. So like just imagine somebody being there and then you have to be in school, have a job, probably do all this other extracurricular things, and then yet you still have another person that you have to tend to. Like
that's the thing. But when you think about it, it's never guys that are like, yo, I want to really settle down. It's always us females. Like when I'm on Instagram, like it's always like, girls are just like, yo, if I like, this is goals. Like,
no, I see some guys, you know, saying
you think so?
But it's like
it's very few and far between.
Yeah, it's very few, and when they say it, it's because they're looking for a certain type of girl. Like, you know, I think guys, when they're ready to settle down, they've known that they found the type of girl that they've been searching for, or they've been wanting, actually. So like in college, I think they just run through girls.
Disgusting.
It's true though. Like,
they literally do. Like
I think they just run through girls trying to figure out what they like, what they don't like, And then, because at the end of the day, I believe that every guy wants to be with someone.
Of course.
You know, I think everyone wants to be with someone.
Society doesn't rush men. That's the thing. Because I feel like us women, like society is like, you guys have a biological time clock. Like, time is ticking. Like, you have to have kids by a certain age. Because, like, if you have kids, like, at 40, like, it's not going to be as easy, you know what I'm saying? Whereas guys, like, they don't really have that biological time clock. And society isn't like, oh, you need to get married by this age. You need to, you know, have kids by this age. Right. So they're just like, they're chilling. Like, they're literally chilling. Like, they don't feel rushed. Whereas us females, we're just like, yo, I need to be married by 30. I need to have kids by here so I can snap back. Like, I need to, like, you know, get it on and pop in, like, quick as possible. Because I feel like that's how society is, like, making it seem. Like, they make it seem like we have to do this by a certain time. Whereas guys are not really pressured like that. So until they are, they're just not really, they're not, like I said, they're not pressured to do that. So they're like, college is probably not the best time for me to settle down. Like, let me have my fun, and I'm going to do that later. Because, like, who's really, like, pressuring me? Even in Nigerian households, like, African households, like, you being the oldest, like, your mom's gonna be like, you know, you have to set an example for your little sister. Like, she's gonna be like, you have to, you know, you know, since you're like the Ada, like, you need to like, you know, set the example for your little sister. So she can be like, okay, my sister is married, so that means I need to get married. Whereas my mothers are like, okay, like, what are you doing? Like, when I was your age, like, I had 2 kids, working 2 jobs. Like, what are you doing? You're just taking 18 credits. That's nothing.
What is that?
Like, what is that? Okay, so how do you know if a guy is interested in you? I personally think if a guy's interested in you, it'll be so obvious. Like, if a guy really wants something, he's going to get it. Like, they always say guys are hunters. They're going to hunt for what they want. Like, there should be no questions asked. Like, if a guy truly wants something, he's going to get it. Like, serious man, like I said, how do you know if a man is serious? Because if you're going for a man, like, he will know what he wants. Like,
right. You won't have to try. You won't. I feel like certain times you see girls, you know, trying to get that guy's attention. And even me sometimes, like, I know when I liked somebody, like, I would do little, you know, so things, you know, to try to get him to try to get his attention. And then I would just realize, like, why did I do that? Like, what do you do? If he really wanted me, he would come for me. Why am I wasting my time?
Honestly, and like, guys like to be very lazy. I'm sorry, you guys like to be lazy. Like, a guy would just do just enough to keep you around. Like, he will literally do, like, I can say the bare minimum. Like, if a guy is very, like, wants you, he's gonna do more than the bare minimum. Like, he's actually, like, he's not gonna just text you, like, once every, you know,
what's up? What you about to do? What's up? What you doing? What you doing now? Like,
don't ever go for what you doing type of guy. Like, if it's conversation, nah. Like, if it's your conversation needs to be in depth. Like, he has to, like, actually ask you about,
wanting
like,
to get
to know you exactly, and like,
not
that's
just
gonna,
the surface level.
And that's going to do more than just texting. Like, you shouldn't have a text station.
Wanting to take you out. If he does not want to take you out, leave him.
I'm telling you.
If he only wants to chill in your room,
what is that? Like,
leave him.
I'm not even saying you have to spend so much money. Like,
yeah,
it even gotta be that
first date should be
the first
out.
date. I believe in courting.
You know, unless you're the type of person that, because you know, some people do like just chilling in the
I got sweatpants on. Y'all don't see it. I like to chill. I like to sleep by myself though.
Right, exactly, and that's fine. But like, just know that you're inviting this guy to. First of all, you're inviting him into your home, 1, and then 2, like, don't be surprised when he is trying to, you know, mess with you in a way or gets the wrong idea from you just because you let him into your home. You feel me?
Exactly. And a guy should, if he really likes you, he would respect your decision if you don't want to, like, engage with him sexually. Like, he shouldn't expect something after the first or second date. Like, if you don't want to, you actually don't feel comfortable doing that, he should respect it. And if he doesn't, and he just doesn't text you back after all, I mean, your sis, you dodged the bullet. Like, would you really want to, like, waste your time with someone like that?
No.
Nah. Honestly, like, if a guy, like I said, if a guy really wanted to get to know you, he'll get to know you. And then, like, I understand we're all college kids because, like, we are talking about, like, college relationships as well. But this also applies to, like, in the real world as well. Like, people are struggling, like, bills are hard to get paid. You feel me? Like if you're living by yourself, like it's hard. Like we understand that. We're not expecting you to like take us out. It doesn't even always have to be like to eat. Like
yeah,
it doesn't even always have to. It could be something cute like going to a museum or something. Like I love the fine arts. I like to watch. I like to look at art. I don't really know much about art, but it looks pretty.
Right.
Take
or
me
like
there,
a picnic or something thoughtful,
something cute,
and it can still be free at the same time. I mean, if you're creative, you figure it out. But
exactly, like I like to talk a lot, so I say a lot, and I feel like when people, you know, actually remember what I said or remember like something that interests me, and then they kind of incorporate it into like an outing. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she really likes this, so let me do something related. I hope you guys are taking notes. You see, I got my laptop out. I got my Google. Open up your Google Docs. Just take notes. I'm telling you.
Open up your notes on your phone.
Open up your notes section. Hey, pause the. Well, don't pause the video. Watch it all and then take notes later. That's all I gotta say.
Or get a pen and paper.
Hello. Do all of that. But yeah, like you guys really. I feel like if a guy really was serious, he would. There shouldn't be even questions asked. No questions asked.
And I hate this. What if he's shy? What if he's nervous? A grown man should not be shy or nervous. I'm sorry.
You heard that?
I'm sorry.
She said it for the people in the back.
I'm sorry. Like you have to. So he's gonna be shy and nervous on that job interview for his career.
Exactly.
Right?
Honestly, I don't think I would.
He's gonna be shy and nervous for his wife when he's proposing.
He should
like,
not.
Exactly. So
he should not.
If he really wants you, like, don't let that whole little shy, nervous get into.
Like I said, it should not even be something you're questioning.
He's missing out if he's shy.
Exactly. But at the same time, I would say never force a man to settle down if he does not want to settle down. Like for instance, like I saw this picture on social media with a girl proposing to her man. No, abomination. What? No. What? That is so. No, do not ever. Like, I could never. I'm sorry. Like, I got in an argument with this guy on Snapchat about this. He was like, well, if she really wanted him, she would propose to him. I'm like, no, that's so weird. What? So who does that?
Does the girl get on one knee
and then propose to a man? Like I said, if a man wants something, every girl wants to get married, okay? I got my wedding plan, like, on Pinterest. Like, every who does not want to get married, like, it's usually the guy that's, like, sometimes indifferent about it. Like, if he really wants to marry you, he will, like, I just feel like, ugh. But like I said, never force him to settle down. Like, a lot of females feel like they have to, like, you know, plant the bug in their ear. That's fine. But, like, he's not that dumb. Like, okay, like, you guys are dating for, like, 8 years and he never popped the question. Like, that's something you need to check, sis. Like, don't, I feel like you shouldn't. Could you imagine? We will be married with kids, like, by year 4.
I would have bring up the topic of marriage at least 10 times.
You think so?
In that 8 years?
It would even progress to that 8 years if it hasn't even brought up.
I will mention the topic of marriage when we first meet. And then I will tell you, yes. And then I'll tell you when I want to get married. And then I will never bring it up again. And then I will expect you to remember, like, look, I said I wanted to be married by so-and-so time.
Oh my God. So many girls are just like, I would never say that to a guy because it might scare him off.
If I scare
but
him
I low key did that. I low key did that before though.
Really?
I would like, we were talking about marriage. Like, I didn't like bring up marriage, but like our conversations came to the topic of marriage. Right. And I was like, I mean, yeah, I would love to get married. He even asked me like, okay, I'm not gonna say too much because if he's watching me, he's gonna know who I'm talking about.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, if
you know, because I don't know who watching this video.
Nah,
so like,
really.
But anyways, like, yeah.
If the topic comes up, like, I wouldn't bring it up, but if the topic comes up, I will let him know, like, this is when I want to get married.
Exactly.
But like 8 years we're together, I'm bringing it up like at least once.
That's almost a decade. Like, you 8 years, you could have like went to med school, got your residency, making 6 figures, and you're wasting your time with this man. Like, what? 8 years, you would have been done with undergrad, med school, on your way to
exactly,
like,
exactly.
What?
And then I'm still waiting.
And you're still waiting for a ring? Like, not even a ring. You're waiting for the conversation.
The conversation.
Not even the ring. Some girls feel like they can change a guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a guy, they're like, oh, I mean, I met him. He seems like a good guy, but he's like, he doesn't want a relationship right now. Don't think you being with him is going to make him want to be in a relationship, because it's not. In fact, he's gonna just use you for the perks of being in a fake relationship while he can still do whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I said, why buy the cow if you can get the milk for free?
Mm-hmm.
Why even like settle down if you can like have a girl, you know, acting like she's about to fix you a meal, you know, iron your, like, just do little things. Because like I said, we women, like, we care a lot. Like, we're very, like, when we find a man that we actually like genuinely like, we're going to like, you know, put so much invested into him. We're going to nurture him. We're nurturers, you know. So it's like, that's just like in our nature. I saw this really good quote. It was like, the better you are, the better you attract. So the more that you start bettering yourself and like, you know, focusing on yourself and making sure you're the better version of yourself that you can possibly be, that's when you're gonna like attract a better person. Because sometimes when you're not feeling too good about yourself, you begin to settle. And like when you're settling for something that's like less than what you deserve, you're not going to be happy. And you shouldn't seek a relationship for validation, which is what a lot of females do. Like they think that you know, being with a significant other is going to make them feel good about themselves. But like, even if your significant other is telling you that you're beautiful and you don't think you're beautiful, like, you're not going to believe it. So like, there's nothing that someone can tell you that you will believe if you don't even believe it yourself, you know?
Right. Exactly. And I find it's like when you don't love yourself, you get too attached to the other person, you know? And that's one thing. Attachment in relationships, it could be a good thing and a bad thing. Bad because when you become attached to someone, it's like if their presence is no longer there, you're nothing. And you don't want to get to the point where when that person leaves, you feel down. Because that will really break you. Like, that will break you.
Exactly.
You feeling like you're the only person, that will break you. And, like, it could be a good thing because it's like you find yourself, you know, loving that person the way you should. But it should be a certain level, you know, a certain level of attachment. But don't get too, you know how they say don't get too attached? Yeah, don't get too attached.
Exactly. I feel like you have to honestly, like, both men and females, like, you need to, like, love your own presence. Like, you need to love being by yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to love, like, being alone. Like, sometimes being alone is good. I'm not saying you're supposed to, like, just be, like, by yourself, but, like, you need to, like being alone, like, loving your own company. Let me put it like that. Because, like, you shouldn't, like, only feel accepted when you're around others, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to, like, actually like being by yourself and just, like, you know, enjoying your own company. Because I feel like some people, they stay in relationships only because, like, they think without that person they can't be alone,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And then they, like, God forbid that the relationship is toxic or, like, you know, something that's, like, very bad for them, they won't want to leave because, like, they don't want to be alone,
right? They think they won't find someone else in, you know, a quick span of time. And it's like, leave. If it's a toxic relationship, you need to leave. You need to leave because what I feel like it's worse feeling like you're alone when you're in a relationship than actually being alone, you know? Like, if you feel like you're alone when you're with someone,
terrible.
It's like, what's the point of the relationship, my dear? Like, why are you doing it?
Let me know. Forcing yourself. You need to just, like, focus on being single. Like, some people like to jump from one relationship to the next. Like, you cannot be jumping from, like, I feel like when you're done with the relationship, that's the best time for you to, like, self-evaluate and just, like, learn more about yourself. Like, take on things like, okay, what did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? What do I deserve for the next, you know?
Right. What you should do better in your next relationship. That's how you better yourself.
Exactly.
And that's how you prepare yourself for, you know, your future spouse and partner. So.
Hell yeah. Exactly. Like, you need to be alone. Like, being single, people always think being single is just, like, lonely, like, boring, or, like, people either think, like, when you're single you're lonely, or when you're single you're getting your freak on. However, I feel like when you're single, that's, like, when you learn by yourself. Like, that's when you can just literally just, like, just self-evaluate everything around you. Like, not even just relationships, but people around you that, like, who do you really need? Like, who is just, like, taking up empty space in your life? Like, just...
I've learned so much being single.
Honestly, like,
especially about myself too.
Exactly. Even like this past Like, I'm not the same person I was when I entered college, and like almost leaving college, like two different individuals.
My morals have changed. My values have changed. What I want in a partner has changed.
Definitely.
That's why I say being single is not that bad, because you realize what you want in your partner.
Exactly.
You really do. Like, just jumping into a relationship after relationship after relationship, you don't get to sit down and really think, am I the common denominator, or is that person the
Tell
other?
them.
You know, like you
Tell
think,
them.
I was gonna say something, but I was like, let me say.
That's what I'm saying. Cause like I don't know who's watching this. Yeah. Like yeah, like you just need to like really know yourself. Like you need to know yourself. Like a better you attracts a better somebody else. Like the better you are, the better woman you are, you're gonna attract a better man. Simple.
And vice versa. The better man you are,
exactly. So next point, dating on social media. How do you feel about
that? You know, it's cute when I see all the, you know, couples on
goals,
Instagram and Twitter, but this is one thing. Just because they seem all happy and jolly on Twitter or Instagram,
that's
or
a picture.
Yeah, like that's not their real life. You know,
I can hate her. It's not all you know. We could be beefing at the moment.
Right,
you don't know.
Right, exactly. You can't just believe what you see. You know, like you can't just believe that they look like they're happy home. You know, just because they're smiling and you see a ring in their picture. Like
the things people do for likes, like. Yeah. People will go to the farthest extent just to get 150 likes on their picture. Like, if they think, you know, spying with their bae and then putting a heartfelt caption is going to get attention, they will do it. Like, meanwhile, they could be arguing. They're probably not sleeping in the same bed. Like, they're probably just like, for all you know, they probably didn't speak for weeks before they took that picture. Like, you don't know. So, like, you should definitely not base your relationship off of social media because you don't know what you're saying. And personally, I wouldn't even post my relationship on social media because I have a lot of nosy people on social media. A lot of people, like, I feel like it's the people that don't even talk to you that view your social media the most. People that you probably don't F with, people that you probably are not even in good terms with, people that probably don't even know you, probably want the worst for you. Those are the people that are checking your social media more often. So, like, they're not checking it to be like, oh, I want to see how they're doing. Like, people are checking your social media strictly to be nosy. Like, if they really want to know how you're doing, they will text you. So, honestly, social media is like a way of getting all the answers without having to reach out to someone. Like, you don't got to be like, oh, how are you doing? Okay, they posted a selfie yesterday, so they must be alive. They're good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so simple. Like, it's literally the easiest way to check up on somebody.
Exactly.
Go ghost for like 2 months. See who really hits you up.
Exactly.
They might think you block them.
And another thing, is, you know, oftentimes, I know when I had Instagram, I would see people posting like when they were going through something with their significant other, you know, and it's like you shouldn't run to social media.
Maybe some of them on Twitter.
Yeah, like do not. I mean, you know, if you feel like that's your outlet to, you know, get your point across,
social media should not be your outlet. You don't outlet. You outlet to like a friend or a therapist.
You should outlet to the person.
Like, I mean, honestly, if you want to it's fine, but like the person first,
right? Like, because that's the only way. That's the only way the problem is gonna get solved. You venting. I mean, yeah, venting to your friend is good because then they can give you like valuable advice. You know, tell you what you should do, how you should mend things. But at the end of the day, if you don't talk to the person who you had the disagreement with, nothing's gonna get solved, and you're gonna sit there and still be in the same situation.
Sit there looking stupid.
And running to social media is not good. You shouldn't want to vent about your relationship to social media because, like she said, people are watching that don't give two flying cares about you, and then, you know, they're seeing that and they're like, like it's like time to slide in. Like,
where they're like, I wonder if she's so bad. What's his face? Let me check her Instagram.
Exactly. Like, people are
people are so nosy. I'm nosy too.
Exactly. Like, I'm nosy. Like,
what's good with them?
Exactly. You know, but I don't have ill intent, you know. I'll just be nosy because I want to know information. But
some people are generally out to, like,
you know, and people will be plotting, like, they see that, oh, y'all, you know, you're going through your a breakup or a break or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, time to, you know, next thing you know, you see a girl chirp your boyfriend's phone, and then you're like,
DMs are the devil.
What is this? So, you know, venting to social media. It's not a good way. It's not a good outlet, you know.
Whatsoever. Okay, so as terms of like posting your significant other on Instagram, would you do that?
No.
You wouldn't?
No.
Would you mind if he did? Would you want him to?
Honestly.
So you want so you just wouldn't want him to post you on social media?
No, okay. I'm not gonna say I don't want him to post me on social media, because for my future bae out there, like, I want you to post me, but like, you know, I want it to be, first of all, I want it to be a certain time, you know, don't just pre-talking and then all of a sudden, I'm with a...
I mean, if a guy really claims you that quick, that's different.
That's a problem. No, that's a problem. If he claiming you that quick, that's
it's usually guys that don't be claiming. So that's why I'm like, a guy's claiming you that quick. I mean, that might be some kind of creepy.
But that's actually, if you're ready to be claimed. Like, don't be posting
me
on your
like
social media.
Put it all together, you feel me? Like,
right. If I still look at you as a brother or a platonic friend, yeah,
that's kind of weird. Like, I feel like a guy wouldn't post you unless like he's really like serious.
Exactly. But some guys are like that.
Some guys will do that.
Yeah. They'll post you to make, just like how some girls post certain guys. Or post a guy to make it seem like they're cuffy when really that guy doesn't care, you know?
Well, that guy got like 5 of yous.
Yeah, exactly. Some guys do that too. Like, they'll post a girl.
That's crazy.
Make it seem like it's comfy when the girl knows, like, this is just a friend. Like, she'll tell everybody else, that's my friend. Like,
I feel like I'm not pressed to post my man on social media. However, if I do find the need to something tells me to post him, he should post me as well. If I have 5 pictures of you, you should have 5 pictures of me on your Instagram. Now, there's too many females. Every other picture is her and her man. You go on the man's page, not a single picture. Instead, you see party flyers. You see more party flyers than you see pictures of him and his girlfriend. Like, that's a problem. Yeah. That is sincerely a problem.
That is a problem.
So I think, like, if you do decide to, you know, post your man on social media, it should be equal standing. Like, he can't be posting, like, you can't be posting him, he's not posting you. Like, it just makes you look crazy. Question is, how do you cuff a man?
You can't. You can't do that. You cannot do that. You can't do.
Simple as that.
Like you said before, you can't pressure a guy to be with you. If he doesn't want to be with you, you're gonna sit there and look stupid. Trying to force yourself, make it like, you know, obviously you're a good person, you know, and you're sitting there trying to prove to him that you're a good person. If he doesn't value, if he doesn't see that, you're gonna be wasting your time.
Like I always say, like, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink. You can try to scold somebody, cheat somebody, whatever, but if that person is not taking that information in, it's a dub. It's a dub.
Yeah.
I hope you guys watch this from beginning to end. Like I said, take your notes, take your, you know, Google Docs, your Microsoft Word. I didn't pay for that one, but I have Google Docs. Google Docs is free. Google Docs is free, so I have that one.
Right.
And so, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And you will see us again. Stay tuned.
Next topic. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know. Like, comment, subscribe to her channel. Make sure you like,
the description below too.
Yes. And like, comment, subscribe on mine. Because I be getting some share. Send it to your friends, send it to your boys, send it to your auntie, send it to your mom, send it to your dad, send it to your anyone, send it to your neighbor, send it to a random email address. Whoever watches it, I love you. Thank you.
No, I'm not your nigga. Oh baby, shiga. Life is short like Nika. Oh, hamile jika. Make we go into Mecca. Baby, get jeka jiga. Come by Winnie B. My love shape your girl. I'm a tika body.